Leadership is a choice. It is a journey, both a very personal one and a very public one. Public because what you do, the influence you have, and the decisions you make has a direct impact on business results and thousands of people's lives. Personal because any change in how you show up as a leader starts with a personal commitment to be the kind of leader you want to be. So ask yourself, what kind of leader do I want to be? What do I want to achieve and be remembered for? What kind of impact do I want to have on the business, as a member of my leadership team, with my family, or for myself? It is human to want to be our best, to do our best, and have a great life. It is also human to fall short. You make mistakes, you react, you lose perspective, you make poor decisions, you're ineffective, and sometimes you do things that have an unintended negative impact, with big things and everyday little things. The question is, what happens when you come up short, when you have a breakdown? Do you call it bad luck or something beyond your control? Do you look for someone or something to blame? Or do you look in the mirror and ask, what am I thinking or not thinking? What am I doing or not doing? What am I saying or not saying? And am I taking responsibility for how I might be creating or contributing to the outcomes I am getting or the impact I am having? The BlackWolf perspective is that responsibility is about having a mindset or belief system. That responsibility is not a burden. It is more like an opportunity. An opportunity to bring your attention as well as your talents and gifts to the world, whether that world means business, family, global opportunities, or issues you care about. Responsibility is the opportunity to constantly learn and grow, to be continuously curious. Responsibility simply means I have the ability to choose to respond to anything and anyone in a way that empowers me and everyone else. How do I be responsible for my life and bring my best to the world? Being responsible requires that you discipline your mind, beginning with these three elements: self-awareness, conscious intention, and choice. The first element, self-awareness, is the capacity for introspection. It is the willingness and the ability to know your internal state. It is about understanding what you feel, what you need, and knowing your desires, feelings, and habits. It is about living in the state of being and choosing to be, continuously curious about some fundamental questions like, who am I? Where am I going? What do I see? What matters to me? What do I value? What's working and not working in my life and in my relationships with others, from the people I work with, to my family, or even with the planet? And then get curious about what it is I am thinking, saying, and doing to contribute to those outcomes. When things are not going well, when minor irritations pop up, like a criticism, an irate email, or even a car cutting you off in traffic, or when confronted by major challenges, do you respond with conscious intent by asking yourself a question like, what is most important here? Or do you react from a place of fear, frustration, or simply an old habit? Do you embrace setbacks as opportunities to learn and grow? Or do you blame, complain, and make excuses? Self-development and transformation is impossible without self-awareness. The second element is conscious intention. The fundamental question is, what do I want? What impact do I really want to have? What outcome do I want to achieve? What experience do I intend to have? Ask yourself, what behavior, attitude, or thought would create what I want to experience and achieve, or have the impact I want to have? The third element is choice. What you control and what you influence. In leading others, how critical is it for you to be crystal clear about what you control and what you influence? Think about this. Now think about 3 concentric circles. That is a circle in the middle, and then a second circle that encompasses the middle one, and then a third circle that encompasses the other 2. What if the only thing you control is the center circle? And what if all the concentric circles around the center circle are varying levels of influence based on the varying levels of relationships you have? This is BlackWolf's belief. The only thing you, me, anyone has control of is yourself. And fundamentally, what you control is embodied in the questions, who are you choosing to be, and what are you choosing to do? We believe these questions are a mindset or belief shift. That is, choosing to be and do from this mindset or belief system is a transformation and will impact everyone and everything you interact with, starting with yourself. Choice is about consciously choosing. That is, practicing in action self-awareness and conscious intention to either keep doing what you've been doing because it's working, or choosing to change by aligning your values, your self-awareness, and your conscious intention, and then taking action in a way that will empower you and others. This shift requires discipline and practice. Now let's begin our review of this module. Take a moment, think of something you were disappointed by recently, an event, an interaction, something that didn't turn out well. Get clear in your mind what happened. Now apply the 3 elements of responsibility to this experience and ask yourself, how did I contribute to what happened? What would I have wanted to be different? What have I learned? What choices could I have made that would have been effective? And what do I choose to think, say, or do going forward? What is one thing you are learning that you can apply in the future? Please make a mental note and write this down. Leading from responsibility is perhaps the core competency of leadership. Responsibility empowers leaders to communicate in ways that inspires and transforms others and ourselves. Responsibility enables leaders to practice the discipline of vision, accountability, generating clarity, and relational leadership. During the CTLA program, you will be asked to make declarations of the kind of leader you want to be. Here's one you may want to use. I am the chooser of how I respond to everyone and everything. Jim Collins, the author of Good to Great, based on years of research into what makes companies and leaders great, said, "Greatness is never a matter of circumstance. Greatness is always a matter of conscious choices and discipline." In order to continue exploring responsibility and the power of choice, your task is to stop at least 5 times every day over the course of this coming week and ask yourself these power questions. What does responsibility look like in this moment? And how are my choices of who am I being and what am I doing impacting me right now? Enjoy your explorations this week into what does it take for you to be a collaborative and transformational leader.
What's really most powerful in the CTLA program is that both the personal and the collective learning are hand in hand and are really synergetic and deliver the best of this learning experience. The articulation of all CTLA program is really well thought through in terms of progressiveness of the different modules. It starts really by exploring the values and exploring what we are as self. It goes into exploring the interaction between individual and then the dynamic of teams. Actually, one of the breakthroughs of the CTLA program was really the speed at which we've been able to engage in crucial conversation when we talk about business matter. And halfway through the CTLA program, we did a self-assessment on that part, and we realized how much faster we could get into the crucial discussion compared to before the program. The sum of 1 + 1 development equaled 3. And we've moved at higher speed, and what we learn collectively actually is immediately applied at the service of the team mission. So the CTLA really transformed the dynamic of a team. I would strongly recommend this program to anyone. It's so powerful and so transformation in our personal life and the dynamic of our team. Just advise to go beyond the fear of the unknown and test it.